Taylor, what pass? Oh! Nice to the drive. Step back. Moss. Oh, gets it!
And over. Great defense by Crusaders. A shot clock.
Oh!
Again, the Bulls just having some problems.
Oh, what a pass from Morrow to Tollivine!
Double take. Don't need to be a millionaire to roll this kind of way. Yeah, I got the recipe to do it every day. Straight to the top, and that's where we gon' stay. Yeah. Step it up your game. Yeah, yeah, we do it every day. Step it up, step it up your game. Step it up again.
Play adventurous. Mitsubishi Motors NBL1.
Discover the ultimate in courts, Dream Courts, the official court partner of the NBL. As the leading experts in tailor-made courts, there are so many reasons to choose Dream Courts. Whether for casual backyard enjoyment or professional grade competition, the fully customisable courts redefine how you play. Dream Courts offers an unparalleled playing experience for everyone. Elevate your game with a Dream Court designed just for you. Visit dreamcourts.com.au to get a quote today.
Very good evening. Welcome to the Lauren Jackson Sports Centre in Albury. It is elimination basketball from here on out in the NBL1 Eastern Conference. Just 6 teams remain, and these two very familiar to each other. 2 years ago, they played in the Eastern Conference final. It was the home team victorious on that occasion. The Southern Vale Homes Bandits come in with a perfect 20-0 record, one of just 5 teams across the entire country to ever achieve that NBL1 feat. Well, they lost last weekend. It seems amazing to think that they could go out in straight sets, but it is a possibility tonight. Jade Cole, Steve Murphy in commentary, because, Colt, man, this Sutherland Sharks team has the likes of Vanessa Panousis, Lauren Nicholson. They have a star-studded lineup, and they had some serious fights. So this should be a really good final tonight here in Albury.
Yeah, it certainly will. And, well, during the week as well, the Bandits coaching staff, they had to get to work on their defense, basically. Way too many layups last week, which cost them dearly. And this team has got to come together and come together quickly. We know they are lacking a little bit of personnel that they were used to having throughout the year, but still very, very talented. The explosive Liz Murphy comes back into the lineup tonight. She will help long-range shooting. She will also help out on the perimeter, and they're going to need that perimeter defense. It's going to have to be a team effort because Lauren Nicholson, an absolute superstar of this competition, #1 for the Sutherland Sharks. She is a force to be reckoned with, and she comes in here tonight. Expect her to put up big numbers. She'll be aiming for 25 to 30 plus to give the Sharks a real chance to pinch this one. And if Coach Sammy Mack and assistant Robert Rice didn't go to work and haven't got the scheme set in place to get that done to lock her down, hey, they will go out in straight sets. But it was a big week for the coaching staff this week.
Okay, so the 2 times they've played this year, the Bandits won the first game by 50, the next game 64-119. So they've belted Sutherland by around 50 points each time. The reality of that is Lauren Jackson in both those games, not here tonight, put up almost 50, in fact 50 in one of those games. And Lauren Nicholson is here tonight. So there is a significant difference. Ash Hannon also out. So that 50-point margin, forget that. Throw it out the window in those 2 games. This match is very much an even money bet between these 2 teams.
Well, we know Unique Thompson, she almost put up 40 in last week's game. She was triple teamed for most of that contest, so all the attention goes to her. She will be big in tonight's contest, but the Bandits, they've got to find some scoring from somewhere else, and defensively, they've got to be a lot better.
So it will be Thompson against Norris. Thompson with a slight height advantage. It is elimination basketball, the winner to go through to the Final Four and head to North Sydney. And there's no doubt that team is watching tonight. So welcome to our coverage as the Southern Vale Homes Bandits possess the ball first. Their Seattle star in Pivic to the Alabama star. Thompson on her 25th birthday. Can you get a better start to the contest? She writes her own script, a 3-ball to start proceedings tonight. And here is Nicholson. Norris back around to Nicholson again. Rice to her. Nicholson steps back for her own 3, off target. Back down though to White. She was very good when these sides met earlier in the year. Norris for 3, and we're tied up here.
Yeah, it's great ball movement there from the Sharks. Nicholson could have fired away again, but the unselfish play.
Leach into Thompson. She's in 2 territory here. Off radar on that time. Norris fights for it. Almost throws it away. In fact, it was White to Norris. Garland. Norris again for 3. This time a little heavy. It'll go out.
So keep an eye on Nicholson for the Sharks. She is a volume scorer, and she can put them up quickly, as we've seen before.
Rice around to Leach. So important in that last term comeback last week. Didn't get over the line, but here is Thompson. The step back, and we've become accustomed to that over the journey at this club for her. Fabro, first touch for her. Around to Norris inside. Nicholson, her first points of the night.
Yeah, nice backdoor play there. You've got to be on Nicholson for the whole 24 seconds of the shot clock.
Pivic, lane opens up. Mahadi in the pocket for 3.
Well, very encouraging signs there. Emma Mahadi getting the scoreboard ticking over early.
And the playmaker in Pivic as well. Garland, Nicholson both share it. White now with it back out to Nicholson. She's closer to halfway. Norris been important early. Nicholson open for the 3. She had a little lead and drops it in. Pivic just pushed aside by White, blocks. Fabro there underneath the backboard. Sutherland ball.
So Pivic, interesting tonight how much balance she brings to the equation in terms of scoring. They may need her to be a little bit more aggressive offensively.
Norris. This is Fabro. Or Garland it is, actually off the backboard. The 21. Thompson. Pivic and Leach guarded by Norris here. Goes underneath, 6 on the shot clock. Called for a travel. So a couple of things just going against the Southern Vale Homes Bandits here. Fabro to bring it up court. This is White against Thompson. Norris just, her eyes lit up to take the shot before she had control.
Yep, she spent that before she received the check.
Shooting high quality early here, Cole. Leach.
Looks like a moving screen there on Molly Rice. And already a few headaches for the coaching staff.
First foul of the evening for either side. Fabro. Slow play this by the Sharks. Rice. Wide and Norris. Well, they like her for 3. 11 points when they last met. In the 64-119 loss at home. This is for 2 by Thompson. The radar's been generally pretty good tonight. Fabro up to Nicholson, just gets it in time. Against Mahadi, drives hard underneath, draws the contact and the basket, and momentum early with the Sharks.
Yeah, Nicholson. She squares up Mahadi. Just took it to the rack. Mahadi, a really solid defensive perimeter. And you can see she's in attack mode tonight is Nicholson. And the lead is out by 9 early on here for the Sharks.
Well, out to 16 midway through the third last week. Fought back, levelled with around 3.5 minutes to go in the contest. And I think everyone in the crowd just thought, well, here we go. They didn't get over the line. Here is Murphy. And under pressure early tonight, inside the rise, knocked away Norris. Liz Murphy in the number 1 back. She had her appendix out recently, missed last final, of course, and great to have her back. She was 50-50 tonight, as I understand. Rise for a couple. Just overcooks it. Thompson, too tall. Around White.
That's a great move there from Unique Thompson. Ready to get her as many touches down in that paint area as possible.
This time we've seen Panousis, Nicholson, Norris. This start without Vanessa Panousis on court. Fabro, no look. Norris for a couple. She's feeling it, Norris. No hesitation in shooting immediately. Thompson across to Pivic. Wanders up. Back here, Murphy, little hook ball, no good at Thompson, retrieves it back, Rice around Mahadi. Inside, Thompson against 3, loses it momentarily, then with Nicholson, who takes it away. Lauren brings it up to halfway, crosses back inside. Against Pivic, against Mahadi, Pivic blocks it, Nicholson retrieves it, steps back.
So the foul's going to go on Pivic, and we've got some physical play here early on already. Pivic was just standing her ground. Nicholson power dribble, drew the contact. So, interesting call early on in this one already.
Fabro and Norris combining. Fabro for the triple. And Pivic's got a bit of open court in front of her. Nicholson confronts her to the paint, wider. Mellington now on, Mahadi inside. Thompson where she does her best work. Back to 6 points here, out to 8. Panousis fast up past halfway. Webb's just come on. Nicholson almost loses it. Webb again. Thinks about the 3, back to Nicholson here. Shot clock at 5 seconds. Nicholson 3 ball. And Lauren is on fire early in this game. She's along to 11. Used to Lauren scoring big points on this floor, but a different surname. Pivic. Mellington. Thinks about the 3. Mahadi around Murphy now to her left. To Thompson. Picked off by Webb. It's an open lane now for Webb's layup. 21 to 10, out to double digits.
And we've got a timeout. Coach Sammy Mack seen enough. He's got to put a stop to this momentum. 21-10, 21 points in just 6 minutes in this first quarter. And it's not the start that this Bandits women's program were after, that's for sure. They look a little bit stagnant at the offensive end. And, well, defensively, I mean, it's very difficult to stop the 3-point shooting when the Sharks are on such a tear. They're 4 of 6 from long range at 67%. It's absolutely red hot, but 62% overall from the field. And 4 turners already for the Bandits. It's not a part of the script coming into tonight's contest. So the timeout, an absolute must, just to get the girls refocused, reset. But as you said, Steve Murphy, with Nicholson with 11 already, we knew it was coming when the Sharks were set to set foot on this floor, and she's delivered already in this ball game.
Well, she's averaging 32 this season in NBL1. Nicholson, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. The next best from their perspective is a 23 in Eliza Fabro with an average of 19. That's how big Nicholson is to this lineup. 11's a hot start by any stretch of the imagination. Fabro back inside Norris again. Webb way downtown for 3. Off cue, Thompson just bounced more than she expected, and Panousis has fouled. So 3:06 to go. This will be an important finish to the opening term. Trying to bridge this gap, otherwise it's a long way back even at quarter time. They did trail by, I think it was 14 points at quarter time against Manly earlier this year. Got out to as much as 17. They fought back and won that game by 5. Thompson against the glass, misses. Nicholson. And this time the call goes the way of the home side and against Nicholson, who can't believe it. Crowd not an absolute capacity tonight. Of course, just the one game, the men playing in Canberra. For our audience that are border bound or throughout this area, we will keep you updated. That men's game due to commence in around 20 minutes time. We'll keep you updated on that. That's hit the ring. Fabro across. Panousis is too hot for her.
Yeah, the Bandits, you've got to settle things down here and settle it down quickly. These turnovers will just kill you every single time.
Pivic, she will be so important if they're to win this game tonight. Mellington and now Murphy. Just a bit rusty from being out for close to a month. Fabro gets a falcon in the head.
Yeah, genuine falcon right there. And well, the bench is all of a sudden very thin for the Bandits. And offensively,
good body work by Thompson to get rid of Webb, who almost stole it from behind. The crowd sensed the danger. Sutherland get it back in any case. Norris to Panousis. Up towards halfway here. Margin at 11 clock, counting down to 2. Norris against Leach. Inside Garland, just come back onto the floor and getting fouled.
so 2 minutes to play. First period. Pivic, Leach, Thompson spins into the paint. There was contact there and definite foul. And Thompson will go to the line. already got 8. 8 of 10 and gets the friendly roll right there. She makes both. This is where they need improvement at the defensive end. Nicholson on Pivic. It's a tough physical move there from White. She attacks the rim. It's the perfect start for the Sharks.
Let's go, Bandits. Let's go. Let's go, Bandits. Let's go. Let's go, Bandits. Let's go. Let's go, Bandits. Let's go.
So Panousis, she looks confused, but Unique Thompson is down again. She took some real physical contact there. And this continued last week where she copped a few knocks as well. She's got her contacts need to be inserted again. So the Bandits, period number 1, has not been great. We've got a little bit of delay in the game here. Emma Mahadi looks like she's going to check into the ball game. So we seem to have a situation with the floor here. The referee's pointing to possible water on the floor. We have had some heavy rain here on the border over the last couple of hours. Somehow there's some water that seemed to have gotten onto the court here. Whereas the floor sweeper back out there again, he's certainly earning his paycheck so far in this first period. But so are the Sutherland Sharks, who lead this one by 11. A dream start for the Sharks. And these offensive woes continue for the Southern Vale home Bandits. So it's Pivek to Rice. Long range 3 ball, no good. Nicholson gets the rebound. So it's Webb looking for Nicholson. Go wide. That was White. Nicholson, wide open 3 ball, no good. Pivek off to the races. Mahadi. Rice. Pivek. Leach. She attacks to Pivek. Layup, good. Nicholson slows it down for the last shot. Rice comes out. They swing it. Good closeout, but the three ball is good. It is Webb at the horn. So it's a dream start for the Sharks. They lead this one 26-14 after the first period. And head coach Sammy Mack and assistant Robert Rice, they are certainly going to earn their money tonight. They have got to find a way to stop Lauren Nicholson. They've got to find a way to find more buckets at the offensive end because they're shooting at 40% from the field thus far. 0 of 2 from long range as well. And, well, the Sharks, well, they're doing it easy right now. 56% from the field and 56% from long range. Now, it's going to be tough to reel them in if they're going to perform like that in terms of shooting. Rebounds are very even. 8 to the Bandits, 9 to the Sharks. And as well as turnovers, 6 to the Bandits and 4 to the Sutherland Sharks. It's just the red-hot shooting, especially from long range, that have given these Sharks a 12-point lead. But the confidence that they get from this first period, they know what they're up against now, and they have superstar Lauren Nicholson as well. 32 points a game in this NBL1 competition. That is as good as you are going to find anywhere in the nation.
12 points the lead. In saying that, Lauren Nicholson didn't score towards the back end of that quarter. So from that time out midway through, they were able to hold her. It was on world record pace at one point. So elimination final NBL1 Mitsubishi Motors action tonight from Albury. Might possibly have a few of the Opals tuning in tonight to our coverage, so welcome to you, particularly obviously to LJ. Hopefully the girls can get over the line tonight. From your perspective, Nicholson. Here is White, puts up the jumper, just worked inside against Thompson nicely. Pivic now. Margin out to that 14 points, so plenty to do here for the Southern Vale Homes Bandits. Rice, back around Pivic. Steps in against Fabro, wants to go to work, and then stolen away behind Nicholson. Yep, she got it in the end. Garland out to Fabro. Combining well at the moment, the Sharks against Thompson, who has the foul called on her. She's displeased. Unique picks up her first. She has 10 points, alongside Lauren Nicholson with 11. This is a second, so it only cost the 1 point there. This is Leach. Out to the left now, Rice. Inside Thompson. Open ball. Freeman's come on. Thompson here against White. Oh, for the glass.
Yeah, it's good patience from Thompson.
Screen on there by White. Fabro quickly to Garland for three.
Yeah, the long range shooting. They are white hot right now.
Leach and Thompson. towards that paint. Steps back for the free throw line. A little bit short. Comes out to Nicholson. Just everything bouncing the way of the team in blue. Nicholson for her first points of the second. Misses Freeman. Good hustle. Mahadi. I would see a Leach against Garland.
Well done from Leach. Good aggressiveness. They've got to find something.
She has been important on a number of occasions this year, Awatea. Been such a good recruit. Thompson, the old three-point play. No, Thompson, a second crack at it off the glass and the foul. Turning into a four-point play coming up.
Yeah, she loved it there. Worked extremely hard. And powered up. Through the contact and the foul.
She had 38 last week, fouled out late in the game, wasn't enough. Up to 15 now, 2 minutes into the second. A big numbers game for Unique looming again. Fabro passed halfway to Freeman. Norris. Inside Nicholson. Was a good assist. Nicholson couldn't handle it cleanly, but open up Garland. And now Rice. Like she's got an A, B, C, and D plan. Nicholson when she gets the ball. Thompson under heaps of pressure. Chief Freeman's been good since coming on. Unlucky there. Gets called for the travel.
So Pivic back in. Freeman with some good quality minutes. Must start to get stops.
Rice did well to push Nicholson back then, but she just fools her a little bit with a footing. Thompson. Leach. Yet to catch any momentum in this game, the Southern Vale Homes Bandits. They have worked it back to 12 here, trying to get it to 10 or below. Rice will cut it to single digits. No. Pivic.
Yeah, great rebounding there from the point guard position from Pivic. Goes up strong, got to make free throws now. And before then, the Sharks want to talk it over. They've played the perfect game thus far. They have the Sharks leading by 12. Nicholson's still on 11, but she's dangerous every time she touches it.
Well, Pivic struggled from the free throw line last week.
Yeah, when you find yourself in this situation as well, trailing by 12, obviously still a long way to go in this ball game, but when you get to the line, so important to just shoot a really high percentage as a team from the foul line, especially when just the offense is not flowing right now. We keep talking about a couple of changes to personnel just with lack of availability, and you can see the ball, it gets a little bit stagnant now. It's not flowing as it has, and points are not coming as easily as they did during the 20-0 regular season. So when you get to the foul line, you got to shoot that 85-90% as a team, especially when you're behind like they are now, because 50% is not going to cut it. And Pivic, she has the opportunity and the ability to get to the line often and regularly.
Slowly muscling their way back into the contest here, back to 10.
And that's good there from Pivic. That's a real confidence booster to make those two there back to back.
Fabro and Nicholson. Jade Cole, Steve Murphy in commentary tonight. NBL1, Mitsubishi Motors, Eastern Conference action. Nicholson, superstar, up to 13 points. Her first points of the second term, but Thompson can shoot from anywhere. Mahadi, Thompson, tapped away by White. Thompson for a couple. This one's short. Nicholson, foul on Pivic here. No. Yes, the foul on Pivic. For a second.
Well, and the scary thing too, from a Bandits perspective, is Panousis has yet to really get going. She's got 2 fouls, and we know what she brings to the table in terms of shooting and scoring as well.
Nicholson, Norris did well just to make the distance. Well, you can see since Nicholson has slowed up with the scoring side of things, it's not completely on the Bandits' turns, but certainly scoring-wise, it's no longer held a skelter at the other end. Here is Thompson off the glass, slowly working their way back in. That is without a doubt the key at the moment, Nicholson.
Yep, much better spacing there from the Bandits.
Early on, you can tell she'll be the difference in this game. Against Rice, throws it up. If that went in, it was ridiculous. It doesn't. Thompson, Leach across to Pivic. Fast ball movement here for the home side. Pivic doesn't drop. Thompson underneath, and the foul. Count it. And for the first time in the game, momentum swings the home side's way.
Yeah, and the first time the crowd's getting excited. They've been a little bit quiet up until this stage, and, hey, perfectly understandable. That's been the case, but now they sense all kinds of momentum. The bench, they were up. They were excited. Crowd excited. And, well, they're starting to, you use the word muscle, a great word, Steve Murphy. They are starting to get the ball down low in good spots for Unique Thompson and being a little bit more physical offensively.
Fabro inside to Norris here against Rice. Rice under the basket, good defense again, comes up with it and tosses it to Pivic defensively. Sound in the last couple of minutes, no look. Leach definitely not beyond her from there, just misses. Thompson, right place, right time for Unique, but can't make the basket. Nicholson. The crowd takes a little gasp. White against Mahadi goes to ground, and the foul will be called on M.
It'll go on M. Mahadi. So the Bandits back within 7, and, well, this becomes a case of let's keep it close till half time. And the second half becomes great minutes from Molly Rice. The second half becomes an opportunity for the crowd to get involved and then a home court to be able to kick in.
Webb, little hook shot, no good. Thompson takes it. By the way, Hocking has come into the game in the number 11. She'll get the ball in a moment. She does instantly. Can she score? I think it'll be 2 at will. It's only 2. I think the crowd think it's 3, but it's just a couple. Neither way, it's a brilliant shot. What a first possession. Claudia Hocking, welcome to the game. Lauren Nicholson around to Webb. Palms off here. Fabro pushes off Mahadi, comes towards it now, steps on the inside. Mahadi's hand slices in. Gets another foul. Margin of 5 here, Cole.
Yeah,
Was 16.
It's at 5 there. Mahadi picks up her 3rd, so that's a dangerous situation now. Coach Sammy Mack takes her straight out. I don't think we'll see her again in the first half. So really important minutes now for Liz Murphy.
Well, Liz and young Claudia Hocking on there as well. Pivic. You go from the youngsters to, well, two not so old but experienced heads in Michaela Pivic and Unique Thompson. Here is Leach. No look. Well, she scored before Hocking. This one a little short. Wide across. Nicholson drives quickly against Murphy. Good enough to hold her up, Liz. Wider, opens. Fabro gave it plenty of air. Thompson's having a good night on the boards as she always does. 20 points and 12 rebounds for Unique. And then out towards Hocking, comes towards it. It'll be a blue ball. Thompson actually up to 13 rebounds, Cole, and already has 20 points. Big night ahead.
Yep. She's dominant on the glass.
This could send the statisticians at NBL1 to the record books here if she keeps up this pace. Fabro. Hocking throws it a little wider out to Garland. Gee, fooled Pivic beautifully, Garland. Class move, great finish.
Let's go, Bandits. Let's go. Let's go, Bandits.
Pivic to respond at the other end. It's short. Comes out to Norris. Well, the hand in went by Thompson. Nicholson picked it up. Past halfway. It's back out to 10 here. Runs into heavy traffic. The charge on Nicholson. Her second personal.
Yeah, outstanding from Leach. She was there for an eternity. The contact came. Easy call for the referees. Nicholson picks up her second. So Nicholson with 2. Panousis with 2. No, Panousis with 3, I should say. So certainly have their concerns with those two in some foul trouble.
Leach. Hocking. Inside the Thompson. Great stretch, Unique. Had no right to get that. Fabro. Single digits of 8. Unique steals it away, but drives up court. Pivic's on the inside. Unique may go herself. The fadeaway and the foul.
And the birthday girl, she's going to work. And she's taken over there. Picked the pocket down here, then went herself coast to coast. How about the little spin move in the paint? She loves that little fade. Drew the contact and the foul. They're within 6. She's got 24. What a show.
Only going at 39% now. The Southern Vale Homes Bandits. 24 rebounds to 14. So dominating really on the boards tonight. As you'd expect with Unique out there. It's a big 2.5 minutes, isn't it? Because Sutherland, who had the lead by 16 in this term, they would be just desperate to get to that half time with some sort of lead based on what they had.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a long period, a long quarter. There's been multiple timeouts from both ball clubs here. Said still 2:26 remaining, and look, the Bandits have played it beautifully. They're back within 6. It's more than manageable, and they've got momentum. It was just 5 minutes ago. It was looking really, really bad. Now Coach Sammy Mack's looking a little bit more relaxed.
Just why Unique scores this, I can tell you in Canberra at the moment in the first, it's not great news for a home side's perspective. Centre of Excellence lead 26-11. It's a 15-point lead. That's elimination for our men as well. So they've got a fair bit of work to do in that quarter, as the women do here. Webb palms off to Nicholson, and Norris misses it. That ability to drown out the crowd and absorb it, we obviously understand the likes of Nicholson and Panousis well equipped to do that. But the entire Sharks team here just to galvanise and get it together with momentum and the crowd against them. Leach here, Hocking, Pivic, goes into Thompson. Why would you not go to Unique right now? 25 points, Murphy fast, Leach for 3, overcooks it. Loses down, Hocking goes to ground, Nicholson underneath all of that. Bandits get possession back. .149 to go in the second. I'm with you, Colf. It feels like we've played a lot longer in this game. Hocking, that'll be for a couple. She's shooting well, the youngster. Couple of baskets for her, importantly in this second. 3 points the margin. Nicholson against Murphy, floats it up. Misses as well. Thompson across to Murphy. They're potentially a basket away from tying this thing now. Pivic steps around. Hocking into Thompson. Double teamed here. Maybe triple teamed as well. Trying to get loose. Steps inside. I'm not sure how. Retrieves it again, Thompson. No foul called. Again, Thompson. This time, Norris. Thompson can't believe she didn't get a call. Referee right there on the spot. Garland. Around to Nicholson. Runs into Murphy. And the foul goes against Liz. You reckon the crowd's happy?
Yeah, they're experiencing it again. And with 1 minute to go here in the half, Nicholson to the line. The referees may need security for the halftime break, Steve Murphy.
Listen to me.
This crowd is rabid.
They're not happy. Nicholson. I would hazard bet she didn't hear anything then when she was taking those shots in the zone. Pivoting up to halfway. 5 points the margin here. Murphy. Pivic. Second term definitely belonging to the Bandits. Murphy for 3. If they can get her to catch fire, she scores really quickly, Liz Murphy.
Thompson's going to pick up a loose ball foul. It'll take her to 2 fouls. That should be shots at the foul line.
And this is where it can come undone. They get back within 5 or back within 3. These 2 baskets here take it out to 7. All of a sudden, we're in double-digit territory at the half-time. To a single basket, the difference. Just now losing their way late, the Southern Vale Homes Bandits. They've got to keep their cool here.
We take a look at the free throw numbers there. Yeah, both sides shooting good percentage from the foul line. That's now 10 to 13 for the Sharks. Bandits 8 of 9, so lead at 7.
Thompson, she loves that move. Can't get that to go. Fabro steps around to the left and past halfway. So this has been a really good last 2 minutes for Sutherland. Full credit to them. They had a lot against them, momentum included. They've fought back. Nicholson against Thompson off the glass. Goes to 17 points, 6 in the second. The margin has rocketed out to 9. Pivic here, inside. Leach steps back for 3. Awatia Leach misses. And it goes to half-time. Jade Cole, that was an important last couple of minutes by Sutherland Sharks.
Yeah, it certainly was. Well done from the Sutherland Sharks. Great execution at the offensive end. And, well, we've got another physical ball game, but at least now the crowd is into it. They're involved because they weren't in it for the first really 15 minutes of this contest in the first half. And, hey, look, the lead's at 9 points. So Coach Sammy Mack and Rob Rice, the assistant, they'll be a little bit more relaxed about this, as Coach Sammy Mack just speaking to the referee there, just over a couple of things. And we can expect more fireworks in the third period. There's no doubt about that. Everything on the line. And, we just love win or go home basketball. As we just quickly through the numbers, the Bandits have got to be optimistic. They're shooting 34% from the field and from long range. They're yet to make a long range shot. So just incredible that they're actually in this ball game. 47% for the Sharks. And they're 7 of 16 from long range at 44%. So it's the rebounding that's keeping the Bandits in this one. And, well, Unique Thompson, she's got 16 of those rebounds and 25 points. An absolutely phenomenal first half from the Bandits' star player. And, it's all set up for an exciting second half.
We'll take a break. Back in around 8 minutes with NBL1 Mitsubishi elimination final action.
Get around ducks. Get around dimes and drives. Get around the boards, blocks and threes. Get around your team, the community, the big moments and the celebrations of Mitsubishi Motors NBL1. The rise, the fall, the wins and the redemptions of 2024. Get around it. Mitsubishi Motors NBL1 2024. Watch live and free on the NBL1 website, app and KO freebies.
Fasten up your seatbelts, do a double take. Don't need to be a millionaire to roll this kind of way. Yeah, I got the recipe to do it every day. Straight to the top, and that's where we gon' stay. Yeah. Step it up, step it up again. Yeah, we do it every day. Step it up, step it up again. Step it up again.
Play adventurous. Mitsubishi Motors NBL1.
Discover the ultimate in courts, Dream Courts, the official court partner of the NBL. As the leading experts in tailor-made courts, there are so many reasons to choose Dream Courts. Whether for casual backyard enjoyment or professional-grade competition, the fully customisable courts redefine how you play. Dream Courts offers an unparalleled playing experience for everyone. Elevate your game with a Dream Court designed just for you. Visit dreamcourts.com.au to get a quote today.
You're watching NBL1 Eastern Conference action here from Albury. Elimination final basketball. Sutherland Sharks in control for much of the opening half, but Sutherland Holmes Bandits fighting back within 3 points. They were down by as much as 16 in the second term. Got back to 3 and the margin at 9 at half time. Lauren Nicholson, outstanding 11 points in the opening term. She's up to 17 by the half in the number 1. She's the only player in double digits from a Sutherland Sharks perspective, and it's likewise Southern Vale Holmes Bandits. Unique Thompson in the 52 has been outstanding with 25. Both players, Nicholson and Thompson, with 2 personal each. Keep an eye on Emma Hardy, a key player for the Southern Vale Holmes Bandits, the number 2. She has 3 personal fouls, so she's in a little bit of trouble, but so too is Vanessa Panousis. This is quite remarkable. She hasn't spent a lot of time on court, but she has 3 fouls yet to score, and she was very much a danger coming in. You're with Steve Murphy and Jade Kolf, NBL1 Mitsubishi Motors Action. Kolfie, it is set to be, this is going to be cutthroat second half now, because you got the side that were undefeated until last week, battling to not go out in straight sets against the Sharks team that is hungry to get to the Final Four.
Yeah, and the Sharks team have got a few issues as well. Lauren Nicholson, she's got 17 points. She has the 2 fouls as well. Panousis, another one of their real quality players. She's really been a non-factor in this ball game. She's got 3 fouls. She's still sitting on the bench. And as for the Bandits, well, Unique Thompson, absolutely a dominant performance. 25 points and 16 rebounds at the half. But can she get some help? I mean, she's going to need some support here offensively. Hocking's got 4. Hocking's been huge off the bench, real quality bench minutes. And Michaela Pivic's got 4 points. Maybe she's got to do a little bit more scoring as well. But the energy's got to be up, the momentum's got to be there, and the crowd have got to be involved.
This is Fabro. The show and go here against Rice. Touched away by Thompson. Now, by the way, for our Albury listeners as well, Albury Wodonga listeners, we will keep you updated with the men. I can tell you they're in a lot of trouble. Early on in the second, they're down by 16 against Centre of Excellence. So the boys struggling a bit in Canberra tonight. Nicholson with it. Looking to the left here with Norris inside. Finds it to White. Doesn't go. Tapped away Pivic. Now Mahadi and Pivic. Thompson picks herself up. Still looking for our first points of this second half. Mahadi on 3 personals. Pivic and Rice, and now Leach. Thompson guarded by 3 each time. Leach, it opens up to the bucket for her.
Yeah, good stuff from Leach. She's athletic. She needs to attack the basket a little bit more often, but she has got that long range 3 ball as well. The Bandits are 0 from 8 from long range tonight. Must improve.
Nicholson for 3. Doesn't go, Mahadi. Now, there's no doubt they're going to be zoning off to Thompson at all opportunities, so there should be a few free open Bandits here. Thompson just a little too hot for her. Garland. Interesting how the Bandits approach it with that situation. Norris overcooks at Thompson. It's actually getting ridiculous for Unique now. She's up to 17 rebounds. Leach. Mahadi for 3. She was almost still moving when she took the shot. That did everything but drop. Garland around to the left. Thompson here. Garland takes it at 9 seconds on the clock. Now Norris guarded by Rice. Palms off Nicholson. Almost loses it. Retrieves it. Steps around to the paint. Stepping back. Garland for 3 on the shot clock buzzer.
Yeah, it's huge from Emily Garland. Shot clock winding down.
Their first points took 2 minutes to come in the third. Thompson, little short. And now White palms it to Nicholson. And I think that's off Pivic. It is.
So the crowd got to stay involved in this, fully engaged. Big 4 to 5 minutes here for the Sharks.
Let's go, Bandits.
Pivic drives hard against White. Michaela somehow found it to the basket unimpeded.
Yeah, Pivic. She's got to attack the rim a little bit more. Take some offensive responsibility.
Nicholson off the glass. Thompson goes towards the paint here, almost loses it, kicks it wide. Rice, the pocket, Leach here, drives against Garland. Awatia just a little short. May have even expected some contact from behind then. Nicholson. Norris assist to Nicholson, and Rice knocks her down.
Yeah, Nicholson just sneaking back door there on Molly Rice. It's Rice's third personal foul. Mahadi also with 3, so it's 2 of the starters for the Bandits. They've got to be very careful from here on out.
Garland, Leach almost steals it. Norris, back Garland. She's already done it in this term. Thompson. Margin at 10 here. Under 6.5 to go in the third. The championship term of the third. Mahadi, Pivic for 3. Rice lands it. Molly Rice on 3 personals and landing a 3 dagger as well. Fabro.
It might be Molly Rice's 4th. And it's a big foul in the context of this ball game. Now it'll be Hocking to come in. Panousis also in for the Sharks. So big minutes here for Hocking. They continue to shoot the lights out from long range as well as from the foul line to the Sharks. That one's short.
Fabro, no look to Morris. Hocking is down. Norris off target. Pivic. Margin at 9 here. Looking to reduce it. Pivic. Inside Thompson. Fabro read it beautifully. And then steps out, but
it's a big call right there.
Leach. Left to Panousis. Opens up the paint. Rolls out. White around to Nicholson. Margin still at 9 here. Drives hard against Mahadi inside to Thompson. The foul on Unique. A big moment too. It's 3rd personal on Thompson.
There's number 3. Just a couple of missed layups offensively for the Bandits. But Nicholson got 19. He's the difference maker for the Sharks.
So Thompson so far held scoreless. 4.5 minutes into this third term. Nicholson has scored 4 points in the quarter for those playing at home. Leach. Like I said earlier, they're putting all their numbers, or their eggs in the one basket to Unique. Forces her to take 3 this time, Nicholson. For an answering 3 at the other end, overcooks at Mahadi and Hocking. Both sides throwing away some points here. Murphy into Thompson. Closer to home for her. Drives inside of White. Up. Doesn't go. Nicholson. Great defensive work by White. Fast up. Fabro. Great assist. He's averaging 7 of those a season. Here's Lauren Nicholson. Thompson against White, steps inside, high ball, White, Fabro, momentum changing again here. The Sharks stepping up a gear, and the foul this time on Murphy. Things starting to unravel a little bit midway through the third.
Yeah, the frustration really mounting there, and Unique Thompson making a really good point. How can she not get a call down this end? And then they call, they'll blow the whistle straight away down here at the other end. And Coach Sammy Mack pointing that out to the head referee as well. It just seems for the second week in a row, it's just an uphill battle here for the Bandits. Leads balloon back out to 13.
Again, for the second week in a row, we've had a side here with everything against them. Southern Vale Homes Bandits coming from a big margin back to basically square, and then it just goes the other way. I can tell you in further good news, I wrote them off the men. They're back in the ball game. They're down by 9 during the second 2 minutes ago. I stuck a fork in their season when they're down by 16.
You certainly did.
Game over. Definitely hope the boys don't listen back to the tape if they win.
I'll tell you what's remarkable about this game, though, as well. I mean, just a 33% from the field goal shooting overall for the Bandits. And they're a remarkable 0 of 10 from long range. Yet they trail by only the 13 points. When you look at those numbers, you'd think, well, it must be 20. It must be 20 points. So they've got to get it together, though, and get it together fast, because this third quarter's slipping away quickly. We're almost at 4 minutes remaining, and they're almost getting to the stage now where they're going to have to play perfect basketball with the time remaining, and that's a dangerous proposition for any team in this NBL1 across the country.
Murphy and Mahadi. Hocking. Mahadi to the paint. Well, she gets it back. Then stripped over the second time. Webb Mahadi. That ball pinballing around. Murphy gets a touch. Nicholson, Panousis. Keeps it alive, Nicholson. Back to White. Nicholson. Rice. Operating on 4 personals, Molly Rice. Has to be extremely careful. Panousis to White. Against Leach. It's short. Rebound with her. Now Panousis. Mid-ranger for a couple. Hocking. Massive last 3 3/4 minutes of this quarter. 15-point margin. Similar to what we sat at this stage last week. Mahadi for 3. Does that start the comeback? They need someone to catch fire. Panousis. Webb. Palms off Nicholson. Hocking to her. Steps to the left. Rice comes up towards the ball. Still Nicholson. Steps back. 3 ball. Off target. Liz Murphy to Mahadi. Margin at 12. This crowd, I said it last week, it will be a massive factor if they can get close enough in that last. Hocking. It's short for 3. Nicholson drives up to the paint wide of Panousis. Wow. The foul on Nicholson here. That's her 3rd personal. How did the Sharks play this with 2:53 to go in the third with Lauren? You sense why she's out there manipulating things. The Sharks are strong chances here. Pivic. 2 territory. Mahadi. Just loses at M, thinking about the shot. White up to Nicholson. Hocking. Nicholson goes inside wider. Panousis for the 3. Misses it. Out to Murphy. She did touch it last too. Garland. Now Nicholson. 11 on the shot clock here for Lauren to work in. Hocking to guard her. Thompson comes up as well. Long ball out to the pocket. Webb and Mahadi. Inside Panousis. Wider. Nicholson for the three. Won't count. Just a fraction too late. So it's funny, isn't it? The Southern Vale Homes Bandits stopped Lauren Nicholson scoring throughout that second. This is for two to Pivic, lands it. Got back in the game, and now the Sharks have stopped Unique Thompson from scoring, and they've muscled their way back out to a double-digit advantage. But it's back to 10 now. Fabro, ball seemingly no one. Murphy, no one ahead of her from her home side's perspective. Takes on Garland, floats it to Hocking in. Well, I'm going to call that a pass by Liz Murphy. She has a wry smile. I think she half put up the shot there. Counts either way.
Yeah, time out to the Sharks. They've seen enough of that. They're like, we need to talk it over. The lead back to 8. Can you believe it? 1:40 remaining. As the Bandits mascot goes berserk. He's got the clappers out. He's getting involved. He's getting the crowd fired up. He knows what's on the line tonight. Win or go home basketball at its finest here. And, well, it's really been Nicholson at one end, Unique Thompson at the other. The both standouts have 3 fouls apiece. And the shooting from the Bandits has been, well, it's been horrible. Let's just cut to the chase. 36% overall. They've made 1 3-pointer from 12 attempts. And Sutherland are probably thinking, how have we not put this ball game away? They only lead by 8. But they've shot, well, a pretty healthy 8 from 25. It's a lot of outside shooting, but 32%. Pretty solid numbers. 79 from the foul line, but they're getting slaughtered on the boards. That's where the Bandits are staying in this contest, 37-29. And Unique Thompson's got 18 of those rebounds. She has half the rebounding numbers for the Bandits. Incredible.
I can tell you, Centre of Excellence lead by 7 at halftime against the Southern Vale Homes Bandits. They were down by 16. Garland down by 16 for women here as well. Pivic almost loses it. Panousis does. Another error for the home side. Panousis runs into traffic. Thompson there wins it back, but huge get by Unique. Her first points of the third term takes her to 27. Garland up to the three-point arena. And now Panousis around for Fabro. Murphy in front of her. Fabro, some fast feet. Gets inside that paint now, puts it up. Nice move, doesn't go. Mahadi, big rebound that. Takes it to Pivic. We have 48 seconds to go on the clock. Murphy up towards the paint, checks back inside the Thompson. She's the go-to. Wide up. This is Hocking. Big moment in this game. Doesn't go, bounced around Mahadi. Tall underneath. The foul goes against Webb. Mahadi's off to the line to cut the margin. Back to 4 here.
Good stuff from Emma Mahadi. Crushing the boards. And we know she's all about the hustle and the effort. She also has the 3 fouls, but she's like, everything's on the line. I got to get in there and help my teammates out. And she did just that. All important foul shots. Gets the friendly roll.
I love the fact that the team had the trust in Hocking as well. They opened her up to take the shot. And the fact she wanted it as well. Love that. Nicholson, Webb. Palms off Fabro. Hocking there. Thompson up to Fabro. 9-second shot clock. Garland balks Pivic inside. Nicholson and Mahadi. Nicholson just gets it in.
Yep.
Last shot coming up. Southern Vale Homes Bandits. Thompson stretches and just a little too big. The Sharks have 9 seconds here. They lead by 6. It's been a seesawing battle throughout, particularly the last two quarters. Nicholson, who better to have possession out there right now from a Sharks perspective. The foul on Thompson. Now both referees here. Now Thompson's, that'll be her fourth. If it goes against Unique, it'll be her fourth foul.
Yeah, it certainly will be. That looks like it's the way it's going, though.
So when it's all said and done, it'll be 2 shots to Nicholson and a chance to make it 8. Well, everything golf is going to come down to the last 10 minutes for a place against North Sydney next week in the preliminary final.
Also, Thompson with the 4 fouls. Well, she's got to play the entire last period with everything on the line, with no mistakes allowed.
Thompson, the Hail Mary, that would be remarkable if that went in. It doesn't. We go to 3/4 time, Jade Colf, and 7 points. It's a lead to Sutherland Sharks. Is it good enough?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Sutherland Sharks certainly hope so. This is about as close as the Bandits have been since a couple of minutes into this contest. They've worked their way back into it where they get within this range, and then, well, things have blown out again over that 10-point area. So they can't afford that to happen the first 3 to 4 minutes of this last period, because it'll just be too far to catch up. It'll be insurmountable. Then the Sharks will move on and the Bandit season will come to an end. But Thompson with the 4 fouls. Molly Rice obviously with 4 fouls as well. They bring Molly Rice back in. She gives rebounding, heaps of experience, and we know her work as a defensive player as well. So it's all there. It really comes down to the last 10 minutes. Sharks have got to be really happy with this situation. They would have taken this coming in. If you were to say to them, hey, if you could lead by 5 points, lead by 7 points going into the last quarter, you would take it. They'd say absolutely. But the Bandits, well, their long-range shooting has left a lot to be desired. 1 of 13 from long range. Maybe if someone gets hot here in the last from long range, it'll be the difference. But they've just got to be methodical about it. They can't waste any possessions. The Bandits, they've got 15 turnovers. The Sharks haven't taken good care of the ball either. They got 13, but it's a high-pressure final. So mistakes are inevitable. But it's all here on the line, and it's really going to come down to Michaela Pivic and Unique Thompson. Hocking's been tremendous. She's given great bench minutes. But Emma Hardy in this last period as well. Her defensive work on Nicholson will determine the outcome of this match.
So Pivic and the Southern Vale Hones Bandits start with the ball. Thompson operating 4 personal fouls. The tightrope for her and Molly Rice in the number 9 in the last. Pivic against Fabro. Thompson for a hot start of 3. Well, Unique's going to make hay while the sun shines, while she's out on court in the last. The margin at 5. Fabro to Nicholson. And now White against Thompson, loses it. Unique important, as she is all game every week. No more so than in the first couple. Has it now wider. Murphy for back-to-back 3s for the Bandits. Thompson recovers underneath the rim. First 5 points of the final term to the home side. The margin now at a basket and 3 points. Nicholson. Thompson wanders up to her. Around here, Fabro. Murphy right in her face. Fabro goes to the left, off the left mid. Nice move, smooth. Pivic takes her 3 ball. That's short. White. Nicholson for 3. Doesn't answer Thompson. So both having a crack early in this last term. No look pass to Thompson, and the foul goes on Webb. And I reckon Unique was about to unload for 3 again. Webb's third. Fouls everywhere.
Yeah, 31 points, 21 rebounds. It's ridiculous numbers for Unique Thompson. And what also is ridiculous, Steve Murphy, is there's not one other Bandit in double figures in the scoring, and they're still in this contest. Remarkable.
Olivia White, by the way, 13 assists for Sutherland. That also outstanding. Hocking here into Thompson against the couple, puts it up, and the foul. Unique will go to the line and can cut the margin to just 2.
Yeah, they've played it beautifully to start this final period. It is just a heavy dose of Unique Thompson. Give her the ball in the painted area and set up around the 3-point area. If she kicks it to you, it's bombs away.
Doesn't go White with it. We're still at 3 here. They have not been closer than that since they scored their 8th point of the game. That's when they hit the front. Since then, the Sharks have led all game. Nicholson up off the glass, crashing down Hocking. Vital 2 for the Sharks, back out to 5. They keep the Southern Vale Homes Bandits at arm's length here. Pivic against Fabro, looks for support. Now Murphy steps back for 2. I reckon a foot on the line, it'll count 2. 2 to Liz Murphy, either way it'll count. Back to a 3-point ball game. Nicholson steps inside. Unique had to be careful. Mahadi just. And Nicholson using the Unique situation to her advantage now. Unique for 3. Doesn't go. Hocking. Last touch, I reckon, off Webb. No. It's off Hocking. Panousis comes in for Garland. 5 points here. Sutherland Sharks ball, and they lead. Fabro, White, and now Nicholson. Thompson against her. Nicholson inside, high off the backboard, doesn't go. Pivic almost steps out, falls down, had to release. Fabro for 3, be a huge dagger. Mahadi steps back, Nicholson hit it out. Tia Leach, long time off the court for her. She's back on. We know how big she was last week. Pivic. Mahadi works. Michaela goes inside. All herself. Big move.
Great move from Michaela Pivic. Got into the paint. A little bit of a fade from about 10 feet. They need more of that.
Webb tosses it. Fabro overcooks it. Panousis recovers. 5-second shot clock. Webb open. Takes it here. It's off target. Mahadi Tipped away, back towards halfway. Webb. And now Fabro. Back out to 9 seconds on the shot clock. Sharks lucky, more second chance points. The Bandits can't get closer than 3. Leach, Fabro inside White. Great move, but still misses. And now Thompson. The opportunity presents again to cut the margin further or even tie it. Mahadi. Thompson still a bit out, and the call will come here against White.
Yeah, it's good. They've just got to be patient at the offensive end. If they're going to take early shots, make sure they're good shots, because they're starting to grind. And that grind is starting to pay off because there's some fatigue kicking in for the Sharks.
Thompson trying to work towards that paint. White and Mahadi to tie the game. It's off target. Thompson there trying to fight for it. Had to release. Didn't want to foul. Fabro. Assist to Nicholson.
It's too easy for Nicholson. She comes off that curl. And it's been too many layups for Nicholson. She's got 30 points. And Coach Sammy Mack wants to talk it over. Lead still at 5. Long way to go. 5:26 remaining. Crowd staying involved. And, well, it's been the Nicholson and Unique Thompson show. We didn't expect anything less than that.
In final sports, you got to take your moments, don't you? And that's right now what's going to dictate whether the Southern Rail Homes Bandits stay alive in 2024 or they go out in straight sets here. Who can take the moment when it delivers? They've been, I think, probably now 4 times in this last quarter within 3 points. Unable to get any closer. They've had opportunities. Which player can take their moment when it steps up? Because this crowd could take them to a narrow victory tonight.
They sure can. And Molly Rice still biding her time. Murphy and Leach out there. Pivic. She's going to get the ball back though. Yep, it'll be a Bandits ball.
Gee, Harden.
It was a lucky break there.
Oh,
it was a lucky break.
On the mouth for coaching staff. For both teams, really. 5:16. Still over half a quarter to go. Pivic. Now Thompson. Doesn't want to take the shot. Pivic. Shot clock counting down. Stripped of it as well. Panousis comes up with it. Flicks it wide. White. Now Nicholson charges up the court. Bandits set themselves back. Nicholson. Wider Panousis. Webb. Talk about patience. Sharks showing it now. White against Murphy. The foul on Liz.
It is Murphy, just a little bit undersized down there on the low block. And White, she knew that. She had the mismatch. Took it up strong. And gets the roll.
The clappers are going. Mascot included. Pivic takes it 7 points now. Momentum shifting ever so slightly again. Mahadi. Round to her right inside the Pivic. Last touch comes off Sutherland. Southern Rail Homes Bandits ball. Sharks can't believe it. They're pleading for possession.
Bandits got to get back to some simple offense here. 11 on the clock.
Thompson. Murphy. Misses Thompson with the pass. White. And now Nicholson, foul, and it drops as well. Well, it's deja vu. We had a similar situation at this time last week. Munger on that occasion had the same reaction as Nicholson. A chance to put it back into double digits.
Yeah, she's taken over this game in the last period as Nicholson making all the right plays.
Well, Molly Rice has come in for one last crack. She's on 4 personals. Uncharacteristic miss for Lauren Nicholson. But it's at 9. You'd want to be a shark right now. Thompson for 2. Lands it. Unique up to 35. Lauren Nicholson 32. The 2 superstars are going at it tonight.
Got to get stops there from here on out.
Fabro, lane opened up for her. She's been important in this last term as well. Been important all game. Thompson for 3 for the crowd to come to their feet. Hocking there. Pivic somehow stole it. Tries to regather and is fouled potentially. She is. Who's the call on but? Okay, where it was Nicholson was there, which is why I asked the question. It would have took her to 4. Rice. Back to Pivic. Thompson. And she's fouled.
It'll be Webb again, I believe. That'll be her night done. She heads straight to the bench.
So you know what? Out of all the players out there, Webb wasn't one I predicted to go out of the game first. She's come from nowhere in the running race of the foul count. She's about 6th in line.
So Thompson again. Makes the first, and it's the perfect situation for the Bandits. The clock stops, an opportunity to chip into the lead. It's exactly what they're after.
Well, if she gets through this final term and they somehow win this game, Unique, it'll be one of the more remarkable efforts. 4 personal fouls at 3/4 time. She stayed on.
And there it is again, Hocking. Valuable minutes from Hocking, the youngster. Brilliant work. And that foul on White. That's her 4th foul. So if they can get a bucket here, things just tighten a little bit more.
Question is if Unique, no foul, somehow stays alive into Pivic. That drops. Gee, how Unique stayed alive, I'm not sure. 5 points in it now, beyond 3 minutes to play. Fabro. Just outside 3-point land. Comes back around towards the left. Drops it in. Nicholson. The lady of the moment out. Panusas. Fast hands. This is White. Overdoes it. White has it now. Sorry. Flicks across. That's Garland. And it's on Pivic. Just quickly, Colf. The men, the Albury Wodonga Bandits, the Southern Vale Homes Bandits trail by 6 late in the 3rd there against Centre of Excellence. So close match there also. But stuff the men. We're here right now watching the women try to stay alive. The Sharks by 5. Nicholson with it. 2:40 to go. Steps back for 3. Overdoes it. Thompson. Just her 24th rebound tonight. Pivic to the paint. No look. Hocking. Surely not. Doesn't. Thompson underneath. Works back inside. No. It does get the foul and the basket. And she is up and about and pumped as well.
How about the footwork from Unique Thompson right there? Another rebound. her 25th of the night. Took a dribble.
White's out of the game as well.
And it was a delightful spin move. She's got 39, a chance to go to 40.
Olivia White's 5th foul, so her and Webb out of the game. They have not been closer than 3 points for the majority of the night. Finally, they overcome that hurdle. It's 2 points. They score the next basket. They'll be level or in front. Panusas, but Sharks have it. Vanessa, can you believe she hasn't scored tonight yet? Nicholson. To the left, Fabro. Just over 2 to go against Rice. 6 seconds on the clock. Fabro inside, and the call here going against Leach. Fabro hit the deck hard. Awatia, out of all the carnage, that would be her first. But the pressure goes across here to Eliza Fabro, who has been a very good player this season, averaging 19 points. One of the few players that has escaped the foul tonight. The crowd boisterous here. Short, Hocking recovers it and gives to Pivic to bring it up court. Takes it past halfway, Michaela. Leach for 3 here. Awatia misses. Hocking at the back. Panusas. Sharks ball.
Well, they've had some chances there.
Moments in finals.
For the home viewer, if you haven't got the stats in front of you, 1 from 20 from long range, the Bandits. 1 from 20.
Wider Panusas. Garland to answer that with a 3. Misses as well. Unique. We're at 3 points here. Pivic. Around to the left to the paint. Michaela inside. Drops in as well. 1 point ball game. The crowd rise. Nicholson across to Garland. Sharks with it. 1:19 left in the match. Palms it. Fabro goes through a couple and Rice. And the call here is going against the Bandits. The crowd wanted the charge. It means the end of Molly Rice.
Jeez, looked like a charge to me, Steve Murphy. That was like an overly aggressive move from Fabro. Rice just stood her ground. She had good position. And yeah, to say that was a tough call against Rice would be an understatement. Timeout, 1 point in it. I mean, there's attacking the rim and then there's really just attacking the rim to the purpose to draw the contact. And you actually caused the contact as well. I don't know what Molly Rice is supposed to do in that situation. She stood her ground. She was in good position. That looked like a charge to me. But Fabro goes to the line. And the pressure's all on her. All eyes on her. To try to keep the Sharks ahead in this game. They've got the 1 point lead, but she'll have 2 shots. All the Bandits are looking for is her to miss 1. And what a dominant night on the glass for the Bandits, led by Unique Thompson. She's got 26 rebounds. The Bandits have got 53 on the glass. 53 on the glass, I should say, to 37 for the Sharks. It's kept them in this ball game because 1 from 20 at 5% from long range. But all eyes on Fabro. It's clutch.
Well, she's had a lot of time to think about it, sitting down. Such an important 2 shots. She lands them both cleanly. Huge. It really means Southern Vale Homes Bandits here missed. They'll be right against the tide. Sutherland Sharks pretty much will have the ball game on their terms. Mahadi, Murphy inside to Unique here. Goes to work. Unique puts it up, misses. Panusa's Unique back. It'll be a Sharks ball, the foul on Pivic.
Makes it hard now, extremely hard. It'll be Panusas.
Well, if you told me Panusas wouldn't score until the final minute of the match, I'd be saying Southern Vale Homes Bandits by a little bit. Makes it really tough now. That's 5 points, 58 seconds to go. The Bandits with it must make a basket here. Whether it's 2, whether it's 3, it doesn't matter. It's got to go in. Thompson can't drop it. Tipped away. Pivic out towards the sideline. Interesting call. It'll go the way of the Sharks. 45 seconds to go. And now it's just counting down the clock for the Sharks. They don't need to make another basket right now. They can take some time. Fabro knows that. Make this as hard as possible. Bandits will have to foul. Murphy trying to do that. Fabro throws away. The foul is called. Thompson will go out of the game. And the equation just gets a little bit more difficult.
The outstanding performance from Unique Thompson. One of the better ones you'll see right across the country. 40 points and 26 rebounds. That is a special, special player in this competition.
Pivic, by the way, is just a rebound away from a triple-double. Fabro. So you used the word clutch before, Cole, and that's exactly what the Sharks have been late in this game. 28 seconds to go, the margin at 7. Something remarkable for the Southern Vale Home Bandits to get over the top now.
Well, I mean, the foul shooting from the Sharks has been extremely good. 25 from 32. That's at 78%. It's at a clip high enough that's going to get this job done, one would think. They look set to move through. And the only real stat across the board that the Bandits have taken ownership of is the rebounding category led by Unique Thompson. She's got 26 of the 53 that they have gathered off the glass. But the three-point shooting, 1 of 20 from long range for the Southern Vale Homes Bandits. Would have been truly remarkable if they could shoot that 1 of 20 from long range and win a ball game with so much on the line this evening. It looks like it will be all for nothing. And the Sutherland Sharks have come into dangerous territory in front of a hostile crowd. And they look like they're going to move on to the next stage in the NBL1 East.
Leach, Murphy need to shoot in a hurry here. Mahadi. And now Murphy does take the 3 ball. It was a long-range effort. Norris there. Southern Vale Homes Bandits ball. But the clock now at 17 seconds, if that. The men, by the way, down by 9 at three-quarter time. Hocking for a couple, misses. Norris, or Garland it is, fouled. And the Sutherland Sharks are on their way to the preliminary final. Well, a bit of energy's gone out of this crowd now. Garland to the line, and as they have done all night, they've made the bonus points count. So things just going pear-shaped late in the season from an unavailability and injury point of view for the Southern Vale Homes Bandits. Unfortunately, after the perfect 20-0 season, things have gone wrong at the wrong time, and that pretty much sums up the final series right there.
It certainly does. With full credit to the Sharks, who come in here, execute a solid ball game and game plan. Led by Nicholson. 32. It's got to be satisfying for the Sharks program. And as for the Bandits, well, it really comes down to what could have been. And they lose this one by 9. The Sharks move on. The Bandit season is over. And it's a disappointing end for this Bandits program. But that's what playoff basketball's about. That's what the finals are about. Win or go home. And Steve Murphy, that is all we'll see from the women in season 2024.
2 big comebacks in 2 weeks, 16 points down in both games. Those leads decisive in the end. They took control of both once they let the margin get out that far. Top scorers tonight, Lauren Nicholson, 32 for Sutherland Sharks. Eliza Fabro with 17. And Emily Garland with 14 for the Sharks. Unique Thompson, 40. Michaela Pivic, 14. The Americans, and Emma Hardy with 7. But Jade Kolf, good work from you this season.
Yep, been an absolute pleasure. Steve Murphy, look, it's just great. The NBL1 East competitions, fantastic level of basketball. Good things happening in Australian basketball. Just a real pleasure to be next to you in the booth, and just great to be a part of it week in, week out when the NBL1 season rolls around. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, you can go catch up with your mascot buddy now and go hang out with him for a little bit. So, from Jake Cole, Steve Murphy, the entire team here in Albury. Hopefully our men can get up and we stay alive there. But well done to the Sharks and your supporters. Good luck in the Final Four. We hope you can go very far in this tournament. But from Jake Cole, Steve Murphy, it's goodbye from Albury.